Hi everyone. So I have my empties as of March 2015 for you today. I have some skincare, a hair care item, and makeup, and a few things that I'm throwing away for a couple different reasons. Some of the items that I mentioned in my to use up video, which I'll link below, are in here, so that's nice to get those cleared out. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get started. So I'll go with the skincare first. Another one of these tubes of Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Serum. This is a retinol serum, though it feels more like a lotion. I do think that this helps with my acne a little bit. I'm taking a break from using it because we are trying to have another baby, so I'm just cutting out that kind of stuff now so I don't have to do it later. Once we do get pregnant, I get pregnant. Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. I got this because Paula's Choice rated it as one of their best cleansers. It works okay, but I really don't like the scent, so I was really happy to get rid of that. CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion PM. This is my second bottle, I believe, and I'm working on my third bottle now. This is one of my favorite moisturizers of all time. It says it's normal to dry skin. I can get away with this during the winter on my acne prone, more oily areas without a problem, though I think transitioning into summer I am going to need to just start using this on the drier parts of my face. It's kind of more of a gel lotion type texture. It really absorbs nicely. It just feels really nice when you're putting it on. It doesn't have a scent. Paula's Choice says it's one of the best, so I really do enjoy this quite a lot. And they do have coupons for CeraVe every once in a while, and I got a like $7 off 2 coupon, and that's when I bought 2, and I think they may have been on sale at Target at the same time. It was awesome. Let's see. Last skincare-ish item, oil absorbing sheets. These are the up and up version of the Clean and Clear sheets, so they're that kind of plasticky type material. I feel like these absorb oil much better. Like they can grab a lot more oil than just the traditional paper sheets, and you don't have that oil kind of come through the sheet onto your fingers, which is, I don't enjoy that sensation. The e.l.f. blotting sheets do that really badly. I have always had very oily T-zone, though now I would say it's kind of moderate oily, getting a little bit more oily. My skin has been kind of having a little freak out. I don't know if it's because the weather keeps changing. We'll see what happens in the summer. But anyway, I buy whichever is cheaper. Last time I bought the Clean and Clear because I could work a deal at Target where it was cheaper than these. So, but these I feel are exactly the same. So I'm sure I'll buy those again. MAC Brush Cleanser. This is the third bottle I think I have bought of this. I use this for spot cleaning. Basically, I put this in a small spray bottle, and then I spray a paper towel, or I spray the brush directly. Like if it's a face brush, I'll just usually spray the actual brush head 3 or 4 times, and then just kind of clean it off on that paper towel. And so I do that spot cleaning. I try to spot clean eye brushes after every use, just because I find that they get really hard to spot clean if I don't do it every time. You know, if I use the brush more than a couple times, then they really need to be washed. So I prefer to spot clean. I do wash my face brushes with soap and water every couple weeks, but I prefer to do spot cleaning more regularly, so I always feel like I have a good fresh brush. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy this or this, was it Cinema Secrets? Is that the one? It's available at Sephora now, and if you get the really big bottle, it is quite a bit cheaper than the MAC cleanser, I believe. And I think it has a vanilla scent. This has a scent that I don't mind too much, so I'm used to it and I kind of like it. I may just get another one of these so I can reach my back to MAC limit without having to like depot eyeshadows. I'm not really sure. We'll see. Okay, so my one hair care item. If you've watched any of my empties before, you may see hair care rarely comes up. Never, unless it's like a sample. Yes, I do wash my hair, so I've got shampoo and conditioner, but I feel like they're all the same, so I don't bother mentioning them unless there was something like really bad about it. But I finished a dry shampoo. I feel pretty proud of myself because I'm so inconsistent about using hair products because in general, this is what I do with my hair. Nothing. I wash it at night and then I sleep on it. You know, sometimes I'll put like a leave-in conditioner or like a curl cream or whatever to try to get more of the curl to come out in my hair, but not usually. But since I'm washing it every other day now, I am using dry shampoo most of the second days. I feel that my hair and my scalp has gotten oilier again, so 2 days is even kind of pushing it, but I'm at least going to continue doing that since I'm dyeing my hair now. It just helps it not fade so fast. So that's really my main motivation to wash it every other day, and so I can use up some dry shampoos. I've got a Garnier shampoo. Did I mention that this is the Herbal Essences Naked? I think so. I would probably buy this again. I think the biggest selling point for me was that the scent wasn't something that bothered me, and that's often the case with dry shampoos. Though I may try, once I finish the Garnier, I may try something like Batiste or Psst. We'll see. Okay, so makeup. CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I've gone through quite a few of these. This one is in Very Black. I've been using brown lately. It's just my kind of go-to. Lash Blast Volume used to be that, but this one works a little bit better for me. I don't stab myself in the waterline as often with it. And I like the brush. I like the formula. So I will continue to buy those. I think I have one in the package and I'm using one right now in brown, like I mentioned. So the next three are things that I mentioned in my 2 Use Up video. They were all ones that were kind of towards the end, so felt like I was cheating a little bit, but I still finished them. Paula's Choice Barely There Sheer Matte Tint SPF 30. I do have a video on this. I have since stopped loving it so much. I do love how it applies so easily. It gives SPF 30 when you're using it as, you know, that kind of full amount that you would use of a SPF. But the issue with this is that the color is a little too dark. I'll link the video as well as my foundation swatch post, and you'll be able to see that this doesn't have a lot of pigmentation, so it is fairly sheer, but it is still dark. And when you have a very fair skin and your neck is even lighter than your face, I mean, this is darker than my face, so it can get a little extreme. So when I do wear this, I do take it down onto my neck, or I use some other sort of colored product on my neck just to make the transition a little bit less obvious. But if you're around NC 15 to 20, I would say, probably, this would work. I would highly recommend it. It's a lovely product. I really enjoy it, except for it being a little too dark. If they could come out with a full shade lighter, I'd be all over that. And wouldn't that stand? Well, no. e.l.f. Wet Gloss Lash and Brow Clear Mascara. I use this, both sides, I use this on my brows because I have blonde eyelashes, so using a clear product is not going to do anything on them. I feel like the hold on this is okay. I do prefer the brow side for my brows, but the lash side is okay. And it's better than some I've used, I feel. It's only $1. I can get it at Target and at Cub, the grocery store here, and there's probably other places I could get it. There are a lot of little, this tends to be in those really small displays, so that's nice. And for $1, if you just need something because your brows are like everywhere, yeah, I recommend it. I'm sure I'll buy it again. Hourglass Veil Primer. This was it either came with a palette or it was a like 100 point reward with Sephora. I'm not sure. I have since bought this. So I bought the 1/3 of an ounce, which is only $18. It's the same price per ounce as the 1 ounce, and the 2 ounce you actually do save money by getting that, but I wasn't really sure if I was going to continue loving it for 2 ounces worth. And because it's so expensive, I just wasn't ready to make that level of commitment. We'll see how I like it in the summer. I feel like in the winter it has really helped my powder foundation stay on my nose, which is, it is really good at eating through product. I will say though, it has been unseasonably warm here in Minnesota, and I put on my makeup around 8 this morning, and by the time I was getting ready for this video at 1, my nose was very pink looking, which is the indication that there isn't much left. And I had the Laura Mercier mineral powder plus this underneath, and a very, very light, thin texture Paula's Choice SPF. So yeah, we'll see. But it does, I do believe it does help the look of my foundation. It helps settling into pores a little bit when I use it around here, which is a problem that I tend to have. I do really like it. We'll see how I feel about it throughout the summer. If I feel like it's just not helping at all, whatever. I didn't make the really big commitment of the full 2 ounces. We'll see. Now for the things I have to throw away for a couple different reasons. I mentioned this in my last Empties, and it's the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. I did try to rescue this. I stirred it up really well. I got it to the point where it was sort of usable for about a week, and then it started just getting drier and drier and drier, which, I mean, that's what I figured would happen. ULTA Extreme Wear Whipped Eyeshadow. This one is in Whipped Stardust. I have a major weakness for things with starry names. It's totally dry. So this used to be very liquidy and wet, but it has completely dried out. I think they discontinued that formula. It had a lot of bad reviews. I don't think it was as bad as the reviews would indicate, but it was not the easiest cream shadow formula. e.l.f. cream eyeliner, and this is in metallic olive. I've had this a really long time, and this one also too is just bone dry. But I feel like this packaging it doesn't feel super tight, so I'm not too surprised. The one I'm really bummed about is I had gotten this deluxe sample of Benefit's No Pressure Creaseless Cream Eyeshadow, really pretty color, and I don't remember what happened, but I dropped the container it came in and the lid cracked. And so I depotted it into one of these small sample jars, and this just doesn't have a good enough seal in order to keep it fresh, so unfortunately that one is just toast. And then the last, next to, I would say actually this is more disappointing. This is the Sigma E45 small tapered blending brush. I really like the shape of this brush and how it works, but for quite a while now this one has been bleeding and shedding a lot when I cleaned it, which I don't like that, but I can tolerate it. But now even when I use it, it's just shedding all over the place. So I'll have all these really small broken black hairs when I'm using it, and that's just not acceptable. So unfortunately I am going to have to toss this, and it's such a bummer because I felt like I had pretty good experience with the Sigma brushes, but now my oldest ones, which I think includes that one, are about 4 years old, and almost all of them are bleeding now, which I find weird that they didn't do that for a long time and now they are. A lot of them are shedding. I'm just going to have to get rid of a fair amount of them. The goat hair brushes I haven't had any issues with. So there is that. The one that's like the MAC 217, thankfully those, I have 2 of the travel sized and 1 of the full size, and those are in really good shape, thank goodness. Because I do feel that they're about the same as the MAC 217. I don't think I could tell the difference, let's put it that way. And those almost feel like they've gotten better with use, where they seem a little bit softer. I can use them on my lower lash line, which is super duper sensitive, and it's not as scratchy as it used to be. It feels a lot softer, so that's actually kind of a bonus. But most of those black hair brushes are just not in good shape, and even some that are only like 2 years old are really not doing well, so that's really a bummer. But that wraps everything up for my March 2015 Empties. On my lips, in case you are curious, is the Milani Moisture Matte, I think they're called, in Matte Glam. And I recently discovered, as in like a couple days ago, that a Walgreens that I previously didn't like going to because it just, there were a lot of unsavory characters, a lot of weird incidents when I was there, people arguing in the store, and it just, I didn't like going there, especially not with Colin and whatnot. And anyway, so I switched. There's like a million Walgreens within like 5 miles of me, so I have the choice of like 4 all within about 5 miles. So I'm going to one that I like. Their beauty department is really nice, but they don't carry Milani. Well, I don't remember that any Walgreens carried Milani until I was looking for it because I wanted a matte purple lipstick. And I discovered that that kind of shady Walgreens has Milani, and they have a beautiful display. It's fully stocked. It's wonderful. Whereas the CVS that's right across the street from my nice Walgreens has this most ravaged, awful, awful Milani display. I've been in there probably 3 or 4 times specifically looking for Milani, and they'll have it maybe half full. It's awful every single time. Bizarre. So anyway, I was just so excited to find like somewhere I can buy Milani, and I also picked up the brow tint pen, which I've been enjoying it for the past 2 days. Yeah, anyway, super excited about Milani, and I got some purple matte lipstick. So let me know if you have tried any of these, how they work for you. If you're getting towards the end or finished anything interesting lately, definitely let me know below in the comments. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.